But you don't need to go into tech, be a VA, be a social media manager, a project manager in order for you guys to make money online. And I know it's shocking coming from me because I kind of champion the entire like VA thing, social media management thing. But we are learning every day and you don't have to do that. What you need to do in order for you to make money online is to be online. That's all that is needed, and let me explain. I was reading something the other day on traditional economy, creator economy, and knowledge economy, and now we are leaning towards knowledge economy, especially with the rise of AI. So knowledge economy means a kind of economy where your knowledge plays a significant role on how you build wealth, on how much you can make. And this is why I say, in order for you to make money online, you need to be online. Everybody needs to start creating content and sharing their knowledge out there in order for them to make money now and in the future. And when I say creating content, I'm not saying creating content to become an influencer. I'm saying creating content to share your knowledge, because right now we are getting into an economy where the amount of things you know, the amount of knowledge you know, and the amount of people that know that you have this knowledge is a very, very strong determinant on if you make money or not. So that being said, you don't have to do tech or be a VA or be a social media manager or be a content writer in order for you to make money online. You just have to be online and share your knowledge. The good thing is everybody has something to share. Everybody has more knowledge they can share to people that people can learn from, and then they can go ahead to monetize that knowledge. Somebody asked me the other day, Adefe, how do you make money online? And I said, I make money online by doing me, by being me, right? And the person was like, let me explain. When I started creating content online, I was a freelancer. So I started creating content about what I do, share my knowledge for other people to get into freelancing and start remote working, right? Because of those content I used to share and the knowledge I was sharing to everybody, I was able to create a business called Remote Worker. And my business now makes money for me. And we're even coming up with a new stuff for Remote Worker that will make so much more money for me in the long run. That is one thing. Now I talk about finances, I talk about content creation, I talk about social media strategy, I talk about my lifestyle, I talk about my speaking gigs. Because I built a big audience on my knowledge, brands come to me and say, okay, Adefe, we have this product and we want you to talk to your audience about this product, and I get paid for that. Brands also ask me, oh Adefe, please can you come to our event to come and speak for us? I get paid for that. Also, when some people invite me outside, I say, oh Adefe, please can you come outside? Your presence is needed. I get paid for that. Apart from that, let's take that away. Because I'm so good with social media and I've built my social media to hundreds of thousands of followers, and also with Remote Worker, I've done social media strategy for them. I started doing social media strategy for brands. Brands pay me for that. Now, because I talk about what I do for brands, other people say, oh, how do you do this? How did you build your social media? Now I do consultation for people. I also get paid for that. Now I can now move on to start saying, you know what, I want to start coaching people on what I do and how I did what I did, right? And I also get paid for that. Can you see how by just sharing my knowledge, there's just so many streams of incomes, right? So you don't have to box yourself into one thing like, okay, I'm just a VA. Okay, yes, you're a VA. How about share that knowledge of being a VA so that you can increase your streams of income? Because right now, we are going into something called the knowledge economy. The more knowledge you have, the more money you potentially make. Makes sense. And the more people you share that your knowledge with, the more money you potentially make. Makes sense. And this is why you need to be online. This is why you need to start sharing your knowledge with people. So let's say you're a baker, right? You bake cakes. And you came online and start sharing with us recipes on how we can bake our own cakes at home. Right? I can tell you the different ways you can monetize that. First, you can start selling these two products. Oh, I even forgot to say that. I also sell these two products, which makes me money. You can start selling these two products, which means you can start packaging your recipes, put it into like a PDF format. So if you guys want like 10 recipes for Christmas, you guys can get it. That's one thing. Second, you can do like a coaching class for other bakers and say, oh, if you guys want to get started on social media, the way I've got started on social media, I'm going to teach you guys how to do that. Second, third, you can start baking things for people, right? You can start doing that. Fourth, there are other bakers that are there that are starting their baking business, but they do know how to become successful. You can start a coaching session for them. Those are just 4 methods you can monetize just being online. And I'm not talking about the creative side. I've not talked about, oh, let's say this person is paying you for anything. No, I'm talking about directly monetizing it. Do you understand? And you will also be able to also indirectly monetize it. Do you understand what I mean? So basically, if you want to make money online, you need to be online. Seriously, that's the only prerequisite to making money online. Be online, right? Not tech, not VA, not social media management. I even think those things put a cap on how much you can earn. Walai talai. The amount I earn right now, I would never think I would earn it when I was just a writer. That's the truth. But because you have attention on you and I've shared my knowledge so much, there's so much potential to make money. In fact, right now, I've mentioned like 6. I'm thinking of like adding like 4 more because it's possible, because it's limitless. When you share your knowledge, the potential to make money is limitless. You can always do anything. I can decide to start a pop-up sales tomorrow. I can decide to start a masterclass tomorrow. I can decide to start anything that people would buy because there is knowledge and I've shared my knowledge so much and people trust me. Makes sense. So that is what you need to do, my girlies, if you want to make money online.